Paul walked out onto a path lined with willows, shrooms, and elms. The nobody city loomed before him, an eerie glow far below. A shadowy figure left the museum behind him. Oh, pray tell. I'll do my best to tell you its tale, but I'm not sure you want to know. The tale of Manda.
Somewhere in the future, far, far from here, there once lived a man in a shanty made of brass, who would laugh when he killed, which he did for many years with a knife from behind a panda mask. Gather round for the tale of the man known as Manda. Pandemonium, sadness, and hate swirled around in his soul, hurricaning and boiling with a wretchedly miserable fate. For a chap who was hapless as this, on his wall hung newspaper clips and a list. Now I can't say that I've entertained the mind of a murderer, but it might be like this. He was sent here by gods in a basket, abandoned on a doorstep October 31st, with the mask and the likeness of a panda attached to his head since an unholy birth. Raised by a lonely autistic man who thought this child was an imaginary friend. He stabbed him viciously in the face over his birthday cake when he turned only 10.
And so Paul walked down the shadowy road with toadstools as high as trees on both sides. He shuddered thinking about the wax statues of the characters he drew. The huge museum loomed on the hill behind him, and little did he know a living, breathing Manda followed him silently, hidden by shadows.
The evil that men do ain't the evil that Manda. In his blood-stained jeans and leather sandals, he would stand under street lamps at 4 in the morning on brisk winter nights in plain view. Mute as a corpse while the heat from his breath churned out in a thick, heavy plume. Eyes with no pupils stared through the mask at his prey in a grim solitude. His killings were gruesome and quick. Sometimes babies were hung from a pole. He would draw portraits of his victim in vivid detail from the basement of his home. Pipes dripped from the ceiling as his hand ran across, chronicling life that was lost. Signed with a kiss from his bloody Manda lips, then he'd stab with his knife each portrait to the wall.
Questions raced through Paul's mind. How did those statues get there? Where was he? Fighting tears, this place was scary. He came to a bustling street where people with shoes for faces and pig noses went about their daily business, being nobodies. Movies playing across their foreheads and hands made of yarn. Though he was the only one that looked like a drawing, he was one of them. Poor children were everywhere. Suddenly, he felt a light tap on his shoulder. A tall, pale, strong-looking, bald man with silver eyes and silver teeth stood before him, smiling through a long Fu Manchu. The stranger took a deep bow.
Greetings, boy. Ransom, king of thieves at your service. Best you step with me here into the shadows, away from the eyes of your stalker. We'll walk through the nobody city for a while. There is much you need to know. Hey boy, welcome to the scene. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Things are going on that you won't believe. I've got some info that you're probably gonna need. Hey boy, you think you're in a dream? You aren't, so here's the skinny on the lean. Everything is changing and you're in the middle. If you want my help, I need some ching ching. Paul gave him a token reserved for the games. They were gold and only worked in arcades. Well, obviously, Paul, you aren't at home. The place where you are is called the nobody hole. The people that you see aren't really here. See, this is just a spiritual sphere. They've experienced a trauma or some other kind of drama, get their hearts crushed and wanna disappear. Like clothes on their backs, they wear losses. That's why your flesh and your skin became a comic. As people on earth, they turn invisible, forgotten. I got more, you gotta pay up if you want it. Paul gave him a token reserved for the games, and asked the strange man how he knew his name. Well, I'm the only soul this lore. They can all see reflections in my eyes when I smile. I got a name dossier locked away in my brain in a file, while I hold all the keys. Nice to meet you, I'm Ransom, the king of thieves. Hey boy, you think you're in a dream? You aren't, so here's the skinny on the lean. Everything is changing and you're in the middle. If you want my help, I need some ching ching. Paul gave him a token reserved for the games. They were golden, only worked in arcades. Well, you're being followed by a killer for a starter, and several other characters you scribbled with a marker. One of them don't want to see you go. Oh wait, the money in my cup is running low. Paul gave him tokens reserved for the games, and asked why somebody wanted him in a grave. Well, Paul, you're a special little brother, the museum curator and key to the color. Once you free yourself by bringing paint to this place, eyes open up and escapes, they get discovered. That's why you're being shadowed by an evil serpent, because without the whole, then that person has no purpose. You're the grand artist and beacon of our bliss, the bringer of change. Speaking of which, Paul gave him the last token for the games, and asked the king of thieves the way he could escape. I'll walk you to the next stage of the game, where Jack-o'-lantern holds the key revealing your fate. But in the castle made of bones, your final answer waits, and legend says in the throne room is a grenade. Ah, here we are, the mansion full of ghosts. My tour ends here, Godspeed, I'll stay close.